Good evening, everybody. My name is Jody. My husband David John and I have a small farm in the panhandle of North Idaho. These are our stories and adventures, and as you can tell from the title, we're going to be working on a beta environment. So let's get this project started. So unfortunately, with the power outage that we had, the Cichlid that was in this tank didn't make it. Part of it could have been he's really old. Don't know how old he was when we got him, but we've had him for about 7 years, and I think just between the combination of the office getting on the colder side because of no power to keep it warm, and the fact that his water wasn't oxygenated, he did pass away. So I've thoroughly scrubbed it, even though it doesn't look like it, but I think a lot of that is just hard water. So I'm going to attempt to, hopefully without breaking this guy, expand this hole a little bit so I can put this peace lily, because I'm going to get a male and female beta to put in here. They don't really require the filter, or they like the filtered water. They're more of a brackish water fish, and I could put this guy right here, but because he's gonna help clean the water, but it's just a little filter. I'll just put on more oxygenation to the air bubbler. So I'm gonna attempt to put a little bigger hole right here so I can get this peace lily put in, because they're a plant that you can grow just straight hydroponically, and it helps keep the water clean. And I've had really good luck with doing this for having beta plants or beta fish in the past, and then the peace lily just grows amazingly. So let's go over and see if we can get a hole in this. So I'm going to use I think this is a 2-inch hole saw into this firewood. Fingers crossed that I don't shatter this. Well, I didn't shatter it. Just gotta kind of clean up this edge a little bit. It's not the prettiest, but it'll be hidden by the plant. So because I'm gonna have this in the fish tank itself, I really don't want any soil, and I bought myself 2 of these today, and I picked the one that was really root bound for doing this. So Gently teasing the roots, trying to work some of this soil out. And the one thing nice about the peace lily is it helps oxygenate the water for the bettas, and their fecal matter it will also use as a fertilizer, as a food to continue growing. And the bettas kind of like to have a place to hide. And this boy was really, really root bound. Feed him right through that hole. Maybe. Okay, I've got him fed through. Okay, so I am gonna have to go get some fishing line so I can basically drill a couple holes and run the fishing line to hold him about there. So let me go get that and I'll be right back. And I can't find the fishing line, so for right now I'm just going to do a couple zip ties. So I'm going to pull the plant back out, put 4 holes in, and hope for the best. Let's go back over to the piece of wood. Okay, got the acrylic. For the most part, cleared off the tip. Yeah, it's up. So I can take a straight razor and clean it off, because the acrylic gets hot and melts to the blade. Okay, let's go see if we can make a basket for the plant. Okay, let's get the plant in and back in, and then we'll create our basket. Okay, so now we got him back in. Actually, let's... that guy there. Face it the right way. Okay. Okay, so I just have the zip ties kind of going through, making a basket. Gonna set it on the aquarium and see about the level we want it. Okay, so the water level is normally right about there, so I want... Don't push through. No. Let's get these guys started so I stop losing the ends. Start it and then stuff it back in. So there you can kind of see where the root line is going to be, and that's where the water level is going to be, and that's about what you want. So let's get this guy moved in the office, get him in place, and we'll get the lights and the filter in it and see what it looks like. Okay, let's get this guy. And I decided that I didn't need that green bushy plant in there. Can you see? You can kind of see I have some of the wall art behind it, so when I'm sitting at the desk looking over here, you can see through it. Show you guys that in a minute after I get it all set up. But have to pull him out to get the other stuff in. Set him gingerly on the ivy. So this piece right here is just an air pump that's got the colored lights in it. Set that guy down in there. And then this is the filter. And these are filters. They just go other way. Like that in there. Water comes up from down here through the filter and then out this reservoir. And then I have an electric air pump right there that these two will get connected to. Her up. Okay, need to go grab some more water. And normally if you're adding water to a tank, especially water that's been chlorinated, you want to add a water conditioner. But because this tank is going to be running for 24 hours before I add the fish, the chlorine will have been worked out of it. Almost there, so let's see what we look like, other than okay, that's got the filter. Okay, why isn't the oxygenator working? And this oxygenator just doesn't like getting cleaned. Let's see if just running it straight. Who knows, the porous membrane might be clogged. I have to have David John see what he thinks. Get a little more water in there. So let me So you can kind of see the background that I have behind it. But even without that oxygenating right now, with having that filter bubbling water in, as you can see there, that will help oxygenate it, and all of these roots. So tomorrow on my way home from work, I'll be getting a male and a female betta, because I know you can't have two males together, and this tank is plenty big enough that I should be able to have a male and a female no problem. And show you those guys here for what will be you guys in just a couple minutes. Well, I stopped at the pet store, and no matter how hard I looked, I couldn't turn a male into a female. So I was only able to get a male betta. Let me show you what I got, and then we'll release him in the tank. He's been floating in his plastic container for about an hour now, just to get the water level or water temperature equalized, so it won't be a shock for him switching into the new big tank. So let me show you what I got. It is a double-tailed male. Very patriotic. He's red, white, and blue. They had like 5 or 6 different ones that I wanted to get, but because bettas are aggressive fish, you can only have 1 male per tank. When I do get the female, I will have to float her in a plastic bag in the tank for probably a week, just so they get used to each other, and that way they don't fight and attack each other. So let's get this pretty guy released in there and see what he looks like. And I can get some other fish to put in here with them. I'm just wasn't inspired by anything, and then I couldn't remember what type of freshwater fish can go without being in a heated tank. So I have to do a little look in on that and see what I can get. But let's get this guy put in. So I am going to have to turn the water pump filter down a little bit, just because I did get the big finned ones and they don't really like a lot of current. But there he is. Whoa. Before I forget. Take you guys down so you can see him in his environment. But isn't he a pretty guy? Well, that's where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you learned something cool as a different way to incorporate living plants and living animals. So I will be on the hunt for getting a female betta to put in there with him, and when I get her, I'll show you guys what she looks like and show releasing her in there with him. So I hope you have a good day and a good week, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.